Let's be real. In the world we live in, data breaches aren't just a possibility, they're practically a fact of life. Getting that email or text can send you into a panic. But honestly, knowing what to do next is your best defense. So what can you do? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down right now.
So you get the notification, your personal info, your email, maybe your bank details. Who knows what else is out there? Your stomach just drops, right? And your mind starts racing. It feels like a total violation, and that's a completely normal reaction. But what you do in the next few hours, that's absolutely critical. But here's the good news. You are not helpless. There's a clear playbook for this. This is all about shifting from that feeling of panic to taking decisive action. We're going to walk you through that exact process, step by step, to turn a moment of vulnerability into a moment of empowerment. All right, here's our game plan. First, we'll confirm the breach is even real. Then we'll jump straight into immediate damage control. After that, we'll get into protecting your money and identity, show you how to report it, and finally, we'll finish by building your own digital fortress for the future. Let's dive in. Okay, before you start changing a single password, the absolute first thing you have to do is confirm that the breach is legit and that you were actually affected. Panicking leads to mistakes, so a calm, clear verification is where we have to start. Now, here's where it gets a little tricky. The company will probably email you, but you know who else knows that? Scammers. They'll send fake phishing emails that look just like the real thing, trying to scare you into clicking a link and giving them your password. So rule number 1, never click links in a supposed breach alert email. Instead, go straight to the company's official website yourself. Or even better, use a trusted independent site like Have I Been Pawned to see if your email has popped up in any known breaches. Okay, you've confirmed it. The breach is real. Now the race against the clock begins. This is all about immediate damage control. We need to lock down your digital doors right now before anyone has a chance to walk through them. Think of this as your 4-step emergency plan. First, go to the breached account and change that password immediately, and make it a strong, unique one this time. Step 2 is enabling two-factor authentication. You know, that little code you get on your phone? This is so important, because even if a hacker gets your password, they're stuck. They can't get in without that code. It's like a digital deadbolt. And finally, to keep track of all these new complex passwords, a password manager is an absolute lifesaver. Seriously. And this is probably the most important tip of all. If you're one of the many people who reuses passwords, well, you have to assume that if one account is breached, they're all at risk. Hackers literally run programs to try your stolen password on hundreds of other popular websites, so you have to go and change that password everywhere you've used it. I know it's a huge pain, but it is absolutely essential. All right, let's talk about what really matters: your money and your good name. Once your data is out there, criminals will try to use it for all sorts of nasty stuff, like financial fraud or even impersonating you. So now we move from just securing accounts to actively hunting for threats. This chart lays it all out beautifully. For every single threat, there's a simple, clear defense. Worried about weird charges on your card? Check your statements every single day. Or better yet, set up transaction alerts so your phone buzzes the second a purchase is made. To make sure nobody's taking out a loan in your name, you should periodically check your CIBIL report. That's your official credit history here in India. And a really easy one? Set up a Google alert for your name. It's free, and it'll show you if your name starts showing up in places it shouldn't be. So, you've secured your own digital life. Now it's time to take the fight to them. Reporting the incident doesn't just help you, it helps everyone. And for our viewers in India, there's a really clear legal framework that gives you the power to do exactly that. So here's what you do. First, let the company that got breached know what's going on, officially. Then, report it to CERT-In, which is India's main cybersecurity agency. Thanks to the Digital Personal Data Protection Act of 2023, you can file a formal grievance. And listen, if you've already lost money, you need to report it immediately on the National Cybercrime Reporting Portal. This gets an official investigation started.
Okay, we've contained the damage, we've reported the crime. The final and maybe most important step is to make sure this never happens again. This is about turning a really bad day into a powerful, permanent habit of digital security.
This before and after chart really shows what that change looks like. Before, maybe you were oversharing online, were using passwords, ignoring those update notifications. But after, you're on a whole new level. You're using unique, strong passwords for everything. Your software is always up to date. And you've got that extra layer of security, multi-factor authentication on all your important accounts. This is the new baseline. So let's wrap this up. Look, getting that breach notification is unsettling. It can feel like you've completely lost control. But as we've just walked through, by taking quick, smart actions and just staying vigilant, you can seriously limit the damage and protect yourself from the worst-case scenarios. This quote just says it all, doesn't it? We would never, ever leave our homes unlocked when we go out. So why do we leave our digital lives wide open? If you can start thinking about your data with the same seriousness you give your physical security, you've already won half the battle. And that just leaves us with one last thought to chew on. You've done your part now. You've changed the locks, you've set up the alarms, you've reinforced that digital door. But it's worth asking, in a world where we give our data to so many different companies, who else has a copy of the key? And can we really truly trust them to keep it safe? That's the question that should keep data privacy on all of our minds.